Hey, Skol Nation. What's up, my fellow Vikings faithful? Can you feel that electric buzz in the air? It's Monday, October 14th, 2025, and we're diving headfirst into the hottest Vikings news straight from the trenches. Right here on your go-to spot for all things purple and gold. Imagine this. After a nail-biting bye week that's left us all pacing like caged lions, our head coach Kevin O'Connell drops a bombshell that's got my heart racing faster than a Justin Jefferson deep ball. Who's gonna sling it against those smug Eagles this Sunday? J.J. McCarthy, our young gunslinger fighting back from that brutal ankle tweak? Or the veteran beast Carson Wentz, nursing his own battle scars? O'Connell's keeping it locked tighter than U.S. Bank Stadium on game day, calling it a straight-up 50-50 coin flip. Stick with me, because this drama's unfolding like a thriller, and I promise, by the end, you'll be yelling Skol at your screen. Who's your pick, fam? Drop it in the comments right now. McCarthy's fire or Wentz's grit. For a week straight, us die-hard Vikings fans have been glued to our phones, refreshing every app under the sun, wondering who'll step under center for Week 7's showdown with Philly. That bye week, it wasn't rest. It was torture, pure and simple, as we replayed every snap in our heads, dreaming of purple glory. And just when the suspense hits fever pitch, boom, Kevin O'Connell, our skipper with that calm under fire vibe, steps up on Monday and hits us with an update that's equal parts hope and heartbreak. He didn't crown a king. Nah, he painted a picture of two warriors, both banged up but both hungry, ready to claw their way back into the huddle. But here's the hook that keeps me up at night. O'Connell's words weren't just coach speak. They were a masterclass in building tension. If JJ's fully locked and health-wise, he's our guy, the future we bet the farm on. If not, Wentz rolls in for start number 4, bringing that old-school moxie that's already netted us a gritty 2-1 record in his 3 outings. Stats don't lie, brothers and sisters. Wentz is clocking a scorching 99.5 passer rating with the league's quickest time to throw at 2.55 seconds per next-gen stats. Yet, with McCarthy's ankle still a question mark and Wentz's shoulder barking after that London thriller against the Browns, this feels like the ultimate fork in the road. What do you think, Skol Squad? Is this the spark that ignites our season? Or are we staring down another what if? Hit me with your hot takes below. Let's unpack this beast together. O'Connell's presser kicked off with that classic non-committal flair, but underneath it, pure fire. He laid it out plain. No starter named, no timelines etched in stone, just a vow to wait till later this week when the reps hit the grass and the truth shakes out. It's like he's scripting our own Vikings saga, chapter by chapter, keeping us on the edge of our seats. And get this, he even hinted at a public decision versus the real game plan call, which has me side-eyeing the NFL rulebook, wondering if he's playing 4D chess with the league office. Bold? Absolutely. Genius? In O'Connell's world, yeah. This man's not just coaching. He's conducting a symphony of suspense, and we're all holding our breath for the crescendo. As the words hung in the air, you could almost hear the echoes of U.S. Bank Stadium roaring in anticipation. O'Connell's got that rare gift, turning injury reports into epic tales that bind us tighter as a fan base. Remember last season's roller coaster? This feels bigger, more personal because it's our boys, our Purple Heart, on the line. With the Eagles lurking like wolves, favored by 2 or 3 points on the books, every practice rep this week is gold. O'Connell knows it, we know it. Victory's whispering, but it's gonna take grit, smarts, and maybe a little magic to grab it. Who's with me in believing this uncertainty is our secret weapon? Sound off in the comments. Your voice fuels this fire. Diving deeper into the J.J. McCarthy saga. And man, does it tug at the soul of every Vikings diehard. Our second-year stud, the Michigan Wolverine who lit up OTAs like a 4th of July finale, has been sidelined since that gut-wrenching Week 2 ankle sprain against Atlanta. A high-ankle nightmare that turned our dreams into a 3-week rehab grind. But here's the juice that's got me pumped. O'Connell spilled that JJ hit the practice field last week for the first time since Chicago, and it was smooth sailing, rebuilding those lower body mechanics that made him a draft day steal. It was great to get back on the grass, KO said, his voice dripping with that quiet confidence we love. No boot on that ankle anymore, just reps stacking up, turning pain into power. Yet, when the reporters leaned in, hungry for that golden percentage on JJ's game readiness, O'Connell played it coy, masterfully so. "I don't want to slap a number on his health," he dropped, like a mic at halftime. Instead, he hyped this week as massive, a foundation rebuilder for the whole squad, with JJ leading the charge in every drill. Picture it. Our kid quarterback, eyes locked on the horizon, sinking feet and eyes in rhythm, just like KO preaches from his QB University playbook. It's not just recovery, it's resurrection. And after watching Wentz carve up defenses, JJ's absorbing lessons on the power of completions, hitting those quick strikes that keep chains moving. Stats back it. JJ's early drops averaged 3.15 seconds to throw, but Wentz's blistering pace? That's the blueprint he's stealing. Does this mean JJ's primed to explode against Philly? I'm betting yes. What about you, fam? Spill your predictions. That moment on the field last week? It hit O'Connell like a blindside blitz. He realized JJ hadn't practiced since Chicago. Yet there he was, grinding like the franchise cornerstone we drafted him to be. It's these raw details that make Vikings news feel alive, like we're right there in the huddle, sweat and all. As JJ ramps up, every step's a story of resilience, echoing the purple blood that courses through Minnesota veins. But with the Eagles' pass rush salivating, this week's practices aren't drills, they're destiny shapers. O'Connell's watching, tweaking that footwork foundation. Quick game drops, 5-step beauties, play-action fakes where you spin and strike. JJ's tying it all together, reading with his feet like a dance, eyes scanning for open windows. If he clicks, Skol Nation, we're talking fireworks. Who's ready to see our boy reclaim the throne? Drop a JJ forever if you're all in. Shifting gears to Carson Wentz, the grizzled vet who's been our rock when the thunder rolled. This guy's a walking highlight reel, 2016 number 2 overall, battle-tested across a decade, and now, at 32, he's shouldered the load with a 2-1 record, 759 yards, 5 TDs, and just 2 picks on a silky 69% completion clip. But that London win over the Browns? Epic, yeah, 25 of 34 for 236 yards and a score, but it came at a cost. A vicious hit from linebacker Carson Schwiesinger left his left shoulder screaming, "Non-throwing side be damned." O'Connell called him pretty sore post-game, heading into bye like a warrior licking wounds. Yet, fast forward to now. Wentz is in a good place, suiting up for prep, shaking off the ache to sling it in rhythm. O'Connell broke it down with that trademark clarity. Since it's the non-throwing shoulder, it's all about managing soreness, staying locked in the flow. The biggest thing is working through that as it comes, KO said, painting Wentz as the ultimate pro, participating, preparing, powering through. Imagine the scenes. Wentz in the film room during bye, dissecting Philly's secondary, then hitting the turf Monday, arm whipping like vintage Eagle days. His league-leading 2.55-second release? That's not luck. That's lightning, turning potential sacks into dinks and dunks that keep our offense humming. And get this, JJ's been glued to those tapes, learning the art of progression skips, the beauty of getting the ball out quick. Wentz isn't just starting, he's schooling. But with his shoulder still tender, is this his last hurrah or a bridge to JJ's return? Vikings fans, what's your gut say? Wentz for the win or handoff time? That shoulder saga adds layers to our Vikings tale, doesn't it? Wentz venturing into the unknown, sore but steadfast, embodies the grit that defines Minnesota football. Remember his 3 starts? Blowouts and barnburners, rhythm found in the chaos, all 11 buying in like family. O'Connell's prepping the position holistically, 2 QBs, 1 mission, dominate Philly. As Wentz grinds, it's a reminder of why we love this team, underdogs with overdrive. His quick throws have sparked life, completions raining like purple confetti, and if the shoulder holds, he could feast on those eagle gaps. But lurking, the decision's shadow. O'Connell's all about that true all-11 mindset, offense rolling regardless. Who's your hero in this duo, Skol Crew? Comment below. Let's debate like it's tailgate time. Now, let's geek out on O'Connell's QB wisdom, because if there's one thing KO does better than anyone, it's dropping knowledge bombs that make you nod like, "Yes, coach." A reporter zeroed in on JJ's footwork, the bedrock of any elite drop, and O'Connell unleashed a clinic straight from his playbook. Quarterback play starts with that premier base and body position at the top of your drop, he preached, breaking it down like a TED Talk for touchdown artists. Whether it's a quick game snap, a 5- or 7-step masterpiece, or a play-action fake where your back's to the beasts, you lock into that optimal spot. Then, feet and eyes unite, reading the field like a symphony conductor, progressing in rhythm to the internal clock. He hammered the rhythm angle hard. Play and flow, listen to your feet syncing with what your eyes devour. Are the windows open, or do you pump and pivot? It's QB 101, but O'Connell swears it's rare gold. Said he watched tape all weekend and barely spotted it league-wide. And tying it to JJ? Perfect. Our kid's early journey shone in those mechanics. And now, post-injury, it's rebuild time. Balance, poise, power. You get to that foundation, then play with great rhythm from there, KO urged, eyes probably twinkling with that teacher fire. It's not just talk. It's the secret sauce behind Wentz's magic. Those completions that don't chase glory but grind yards. For Vikings news junkies like us, this is catnip, technical yet thrilling. Imagine JJ nailing it Sunday. Feet dancing, arm firing, eagles dazed. Sound like poetry? It is. What footwork fix do you want JJ to crush first? Fans? Tell me in the comments. O'Connell's crash course didn't stop at basics. He wove in the watching game, crediting JJ's sideline study of Wentz as a cheat code. One takeaway from these weeks? The power of completions. He grinned, nodding to those non-flashy dabs that move sticks and morale. It's storytelling at its finest. Our young QB, ankle-taped but mind-sharp, absorbing vet lessons like a sponge. This footwork focus? It's the thread pulling our offense together. From Justin Jefferson's routes to Aaron Jones' bursts. In a league of fireworks, KO's betting on fundamentals, rhythm over recklessness. As practices heat up, it's electric. JJ dropping back smooth, Wentz barking adjustments, the huddle pulsing. This is why we bleed purple, coaches who coach, QBs who evolve. Who's fired up for the footwork fireworks? Skol, yeah. Share your fave KO quote below. Picture this coin flip chaos 6 days out. O'Connell, mic in hand, dropping that oddly cryptic line about timelines clashing. Public calls versus game day truth. Those two can be on different tracks, he admitted. A sly wink to the strategist's edge. Even if it risks a knock from the NFL suits. This vintage KO. Unflinching, preparing dual paths because, hey, we've snagged W's with both slingers this year. That rhythm on offense? It's not QB alone. It's the full squad, 11 hearts synced, turning maybe into money. With Philly's D waiting to pounce. This 50-50 hangs like fog over the Mississippi. Thrilling, tense, totally us. The remark landed like a trick play. Bold, borderline cheeky, but rooted in wins. O'Connell's not bluffing, he's building. We've tasted victory with JJ's spark and Wentz's steel now. Blend them for the bye-week boost. Stats whisper promise. Our offenses found grooves, yards after catch spiking, red zone trips doubling under dual prep. Yet that not the most comforting quip? It's coach code for trust the process. And as fans, we eat it up. 6 days till kickoff, and the air's thick with possibility. McCarthy's return a spark, Wentz's steadiness a shield. Eagles favored? Fuel for the fire. What's your call on this timeline twist, Skol Nation? Deceptive genius or risky business? Vent in the comments, your thoughts keep this convo roaring. That hint of separate timelines? It's the plot twist we didn't see coming, turning Monday's update into water cooler legend. O'Connell's feel for the game. Prepping the position like a chess master, dual QBs drilling side by side, screams championship hunger. We've won ugly, won pretty. Now win smart. As the week unfolds, every injury reports a chapter, every rep a revelation. This 50-50, it's our rallying cry, uniting us in the wait. Imagine Sunday. Lights blazing, crowd thundering, our QB, whichever, dropping dimes. That's Vikings magic. Who's believing in the flip? Me? You? Prove it below. More from the mastermind himself, and it's pure gold for us Vikings obsessives. O'Connell circled back on the starter saga. I steely. We've got to prep to win Sunday, full stop. It's that laser focus, maximizing every JJ rep while keeping Wentz primed, all in service of the team and the individuals. No rash calls. Just deliberate days building to the big reveal. Not ready to say where he'll land by week's end, KO teased, pointing to Friday as the pivot, though he might clutch that card close. It's agonizing, exhilarating classic coach craft, turning uncertainty into unbreakable unity. He doubled down on the holistic hustle, offense rolling with true all-11 mindset. QBs as cogs, not kings. We've seen it. Rhythms forged in fire, wins snatched from jaws. With McCarthy's plan of attack ramping, extensive by work, paying off and Wentz's shoulder steadying, it's a powder keg of potential. O'Connell's words? A pep talk wrapped in strategy, reminding us this ain't solo. It's symphony. As practices crank, the huddle's alive. Playbooks flipping, bonds tightening. For Vikings news, this is peak drama. Decisions dawning, destinies diverging. Friday's the flare-up. But till then, Suspense City. What's your Friday fantasy? JJ named, Wentz locked or total curveball? Hit the comments. Let's speculate wild. O'Connell's closing salvo felt like a huddle breaker. Maximize, prepare, decide with heart and head. That's why he's our guy. Passionate yet precise, turning pressers into playbooks. As the week ticks, we're all in this Skol family. JJ's grit, Wentz's wisdom, KO's vision. More updates incoming, but for now it's fuel for the fire. Imagine the payoff, our purple wave crashing Philly's shores. That's the dream. Who's all aboard? Sound it out below. Wrapping this whirlwind, but hold up. Did you catch that Eagles edge on the lines? 2 or 3 points favored, but we know better. Vikings in the hunt, bi-fueled and fierce. O'Connell's blueprint? Prep like champions, adapt like survivors. With JJ's footwork firing and Wentz's arm warming, Sunday's primed for purple punch. We've weathered storms. This is our surge. As the decision dangles, remember, it's not just a game, it's our heartbeat. Skol to the core. All signs scream Friday fireworks for the QB call. O'Connell guarding it like state secrets. Yet, in that secrecy, strength, dual readiness, offense armored. We've got the pieces. Jefferson speed, Jones juice, a D that's devouring. Philly's tough, but so are we. Forged in Minnesota winters. This 50-50, it's opportunity knocking. Who's hearing it loudest? You are. Let's ride this wave together. Final tease before we charge. Whoever starts, the story's ours to own. Vikings news like this is why we tune in, hearts pounding. But hey, before you bolt, smash that like if you're hyped for Week 7, drop your starter pick in the comments and why. Subscribe for every Purple Pulse, and share this with your Skol squad. Turn notifications on, next update drops soon. Let's make noise that echoes to Philly. Skol, Vikings. Who's with me? Wrapping this whirlwind, but hold up. Did you catch that Eagles edge on the lines? 2 or 3 points favored, but we know better. Vikings in the hunt, bi-fueled and fierce. O'Connell's blueprint? Prep like champions, adapt like survivors. With JJ's footwork firing and Wentz's arm warming, Sunday's primed for purple punch. We've weathered storms.